Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the press conference and the chat updates and other issues here in the USJ-R Research Center. I'm Bob Cabardo, and of course, joining me karong buntaga mga higala ang ato ang Research Director from the Center for Policy Research and Development Studies of USJ-R, si Dr. Agnes Siquinio. Ma'am Agnes, may adlaw ni mo? And
I'm buntag.
okay, may buntag. And of course, aside from Ma'am Agnes Siquinio from USJ-R Research Center, we also have with us an education supervisor too from CHED Regional Office 7, si Ma'am Lizelle Mauring. Ma'am Lizelle, may adlaw ni mo, Ma'am.
Mayong adlaw.
Okay, and of course, joining us is a key official from the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 7, si Dr. Jojo Ronquillo. He's actually a supervising program specialist sa CHED 7. Sir Jojo, welcome.
Okay, good noon everyone and to the listeners and good noon to the USJ-R family.
Okay,
Thank you for the invitation.
Sir, kanang nagkuhan ta ning Presscon para sa update sa CHED sa pagkakaroon. How ready are we for the ASEAN integration sa 2016? Andam na ba ta? Unsa bay nahimo sa CHED?
Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, I'd like to start with the thrust as a whole. There are 5 key result areas in CHED. First is on the governance, transparency, and accountability. Second is on the empowerment of the poor or poverty alleviation. Third is on the rapid economic growth and development and the sustainable economy of the nation. Number 4 is the organizational development of all the government agencies, specifically the CHED. And the last one, number 5, is the climate change mitigation. So that's CCMA, climate change mitigation and adaptation. So these are the 5 key result areas of CHED. Now, let's go to the specific question of Sir Cabardo, the readiness of CHED to the ASEAN integration or the internationalization. Actually, that particular initiative started in the academic year 2010-2011. And that was the convergence among all the ASEAN nations and all the participation of the government agencies involved to that particular educational reforms and all other internationalization concerns. And up to this present, so we came up with the executive order number 83 signed into law on October 1, 2012 by the President Benigno Aquino. We call it as the PQF, Philippine Qualification Framework, which is an umbrella to the mother ASEAN activity, the AQRF, and that was started in the year 2009, the ASEAN Qualification Reference Framework. And with that framework, there are many reforms as far as from the basic education going to the tertiary education and involving all the DepEd, TESDA, and the Commission on Higher Education. And that is why Republic Act 10533, otherwise known as Enhanced Basic Education Act or the Keto 12 Act, came into law on May 13, 2013. It was become enacted into law on May 13, 2013. And then, that's for the DepEd. And when it comes to CHED, so there is what we so called, because the first that we do touch is the reform on the general education curriculum. So in which it really addresses to all or across all disciplines, to that how many hundreds or thousands of the disciplines in the Philippines, that from 63 units became 36 units na lang. And that was State Memorandum Order number 20, series of 2013. Yes. And with this general education curriculum reform that from 63 in the year 1998, now starting that year it became 36, there are 3 competences being attached. First competency is professional or intellectual competency. Second competency is socio-economic and personal competency. Third competency is what we call the practical competency. The first 2 I made mention was the old ones, only it was enhanced. But the third one is something new attached to the 36 units of the general education curriculum, tertiary education. Because for centuries ago in our educational system, that practicality of Filipinos is not emphasized. We are intelligent people, but we are not practical as that. That is why the third competency, the practical competency, is being added. Because, like for example, basic principles in economics said, spend less than how much you earn. But what happened to the Filipinos? Spend more than how much they earn. What happened to their economic life or well-being? Always loan. Huwag na lang mag-for loan. So yan, because sige lang ka-deficit ka ang sweldo nga 10,000, nangutang og 20,000, deficit na naman og 10,000. So where are they going?
Familiar kayong story ni Sir Junjo. Sir Jo, in relation to that, so na yung practical competency,
Yeah.
Professional, napay, sa itong ikaduha?
Intellectual, professional competency, and then the socio-economic and personal competency.
Okay.
And
Now,
ang values and attitudes sa personal, the socio-economic and personal competency.
karon ang CHED is actually the supervisory body, the regulatory and monitoring body
Yeah.
of the tertiary education levels. Now, ang question ako is, unsa may kanang kung ana to karon pagtan-aw sa atong mga universities, colleges and mga uban pang mga naa sa tertiary level. Ready na ba? Oo, both private and public.
Actually, way back in 2012 when the SEMO number 46 series of 2012 came into law or Memorandum Order, and that was ISA, Typology, Outcomes-Based Education and Quality Assurance in Higher Education. Okay. So starting from that year, there was a turmoil. And there were even reactions by the colleges and universities in the Philippines that they are really somewhat intimidated, whatever what we call it. Nabaguhan sila sa CMO number 46 years of 2012. Yan ang starting with the educational reform. But little by little, so we use the strategy on breaking it gently but killing them softly, like that.
Kinsa na mong gi-kill o softly?
Those schools were really not as quality assured.
Okay,
And those
okay.
programs offered by those schools that are not quality assured as far as internationalization or global education standard is not being met. Yan. So starting from that, daghang nga suko sa CHED, daghang nga offended ng mga eskwelahan because that's what I said earlier, breaking it gently but killing them softly.
So, nidaghan
So,
ang kontra sa CHED.
daghang kontrast siya, daghang kaso, ang tudon paliog, ang tudon lababas tao kataas sa kaso dito
Okay.
sa central office. So that was talaga parang ingon pa na ako, oh my God, the way that these schools nga nasuko sa CHED, murag hait kay tinanawan. But anyway, trabaho lang, walang personal.
Pero siguro, kung daghan ang kaso, mas may daghan pa ang may suporta.
Actually, yes,
sa
we're
CHED.
happy to that effect that because of that orientation, almost every day, tawag ang CHED o mga orientation, conferences, private gagmay, private dagko, soks gagmay, soks dagko, logs, etc. Tanan, grupo, tanan types of the tertiary educational system ginano. One by one, lahi ang mga presidente, lahi po ng mga deans, lahi po ng because kung mag-abot ang presidente din, ay mga concern sa din nga usahay, makuha ang presidents. So therefore, ikuha sa namo ang ilang mga hobby. So, dahil i-conciliate what is something in common and we address all those commonalities nga pinaka-priority. We prioritize na to, kumbaga nag-SWOT analysis ang CHED. So, from that on, nagkaanam na ang all other schools, they have seen the benefits that of that internationalization, many benefits that can be enjoyed by the HCI, especially if they are doing well, like that. So, mara nahindaghan na dahil ang tun nga, we have the memorandum nga do voluntary pag-submit for the ISA, so Institutional System Assessment, but the HCIs who really understand and really felt and they have seen the big benefits, the whole picture in the world, that this is the dollar, and all other, the equivalents, the Filipino graduates will not be dihado, hindi madihado, kundi at par na kung ang sweldo sa Singapore, $10,000 ang starting salary sa teacher, nga licensed teacher. This is with the Filipino graduates. It's not like before nga, ang Filipino graduate, isang bright kaayutan, na license holder, and then wanta ka ng experience na, nigabot na to dito sa bang nasod, 5,000 only, your salary 5,000 because your educational exposure doesn't reach to what we have here.
Okay. So sir, karon natin mga bisita kay natin sinulog no, PayPal visit pa. So understandably, all eyes are on the Philippines.
Yeah.
Ang question ako karon is natin kung ano mga bisita, some of them may be academicians from abroad. What's your word for them? Can you assure them that our tertiary level schools are ready to and are at par to compete with them?
Very good question. I'd like to give you yesterday, you're thinking, listen. The Indian people, these are the medical community or practitioners in India. They're here in the Philippines, Cebu, and then they visited us in the office and they interviewed me because they wanted to send their scholars to take medical programs in Cebu.
Okay.
But they wanted for the quality assurance and the approach check, asking for the schools offering the medical degree programs that they are really assured that their money in India won't be wasted, the time, money, and effort, everything for the thousands of scholars that they will be sending. Because I asked them, why that you have chosen the Philippines? We really knew that Philippines already a member of the ASEAN.
Okay.
Oh, I said, oh my God, thank you very much. Philippines is already in the lineup of those countries abroad. So I'm happy to note with that Philippines was chosen because first that they consider is the language. It's not hard to understand the language of the Filipinos. Second is the culture. The third is the quality of education. That's why they want to be assured. Because according to them, actually sir, I even asked them, why don't you put number 3 for the education? In fact, that you're sending scholars here. They told me, we put it number 3 because, everyone is flexible as far as education is concerned because, we can adjust as long as the individual is flexible and adaptable, so they will learn. But the first 2 advantages that we considered, because it's hard to be acculturated and assimilated with the community if your culture is not related to that, that culture also, that nation is not really understandable to the rest of the
So in
cultures.
short, you can really tell them, we've got cameras here and we've got reporters. So in one sentence, what do you want to tell those foreigners from tertiary level education?
These foreigners really has that belief that we can deliver the goods as expected by them. We have not seen it here because we are the ones playing our role on how to
Mold them.
the quality,
Okay.
but the other side, the external environment already have seen that our readiness is there already and we can meet their expectation.
So if you are to give a percentage as to how ready we are for the ASEAN integration, is it 100%? We have 100%.
No, not yet.
So how close are we to that
It's For me, because of so many activities I've attended, it's more than 80%.
Over
Because-
80.
Yes, over 80. Because there are some other areas, of course, especially you must be an ASEAN engineer, ASEAN teacher, ASEAN doctor, blah blah blah. You know what? It's hard to get immediately because when I attended the forum of all engineers, professional engineers in the Philippines, it was held at University of San Carlos.
Yes.
Everyone hosted that. We have the inventory of the ASEAN engineers, so particularly in the electrical field. Don't you know that there were only two during
Accredited
the last
engineers.
year of February 2014? There were only two electrical engineers who are called as ASEAN engineers. So I said, I asked all the professionals, what happened? What are you doing? Why that you are not ASEAN? They told us, sir, actually, sir, we will qualify, but the only problem is we don't have a $500 to pay for that to apply for all
So
those-
economic paghapon,
Yeah,
Sir
it's
Joe.
still economic problem. But expertise-wise, skills-wise, competency-wise, we are already at par, but still it addresses to the economic thing.
Okay.
So I addressed the professional organization. I said, is the professional organization can now multiply that these two electrical engineers, there will be another civil engineer, blah blah blah, until it will be so many in the Philippines that there will be ASEAN engineers, whatever. I said, but according to the professional association, we will try our very best, sir, but we're also asking the support from the PRC and you, the educational system.
Okay. So, thank you, Sir Joe. At this point, siguro, I'll open the floor for questions from the media. We have friends from Freeman, from UNTV, from sa Paninga Outlet, no, sa Brigada. No? So, who'd like to start the question? May? Una from the Freeman. We don't have any question as of this point. Okay, kinsa na question? Yeah, please. Atong i-introduce. Will you introduce yourself and then from the outlet that you come from.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Naomi Sorianosos of UNTV. I'd like to ask, sir, anyone who can answer. Nabi ka ng mga nag-close na ng mga schools o mga colleges because of this medyo lisod na, I mean, sa uban, no, na implementation aning new system na to. Thank you.
Very good question again. Actually, it's not a school that we close because you know what? A school offering the number of programs, but only one program is not good, so only the program will be closed. It's unfair to the school if offering how many programs and only one program is not doing well, that you have to totally close the school. Only programs. First na initirada namin is maritime education. Gobyerno siya ma-private school because you know what, when the 2010 came, the EQRF came, maritime industry is the first who look into the Philippine performance in the maritime services. So we do have international assessors in maritime education or industry. I came here in the Philippines and I was one of the GROs by the foreigners, the German and the European who together with them and then inspecting all these maritime schools in